and welcome back to my channel. My name is JJ. I'm here to help you as you explore the publishing industry and as you get started as an author. And I today want to talk a little bit about social media and building a platform. So, I've talked previously about why you should build a platform and why you need a platform. So I'm not really going to talk about that today. I am instead going to talk about different social media platforms and why you should use specific ones. So let's get right into it, shall we? The first platform I want to talk about today is actually Pinterest. Like YouTube, the nice thing about Pinterest is that it exists and the pins don't go away unless you delete them. And people can just easily, really easily share your content, share the content that you create. So if you create a blog post, say, on your website, and you want people to be able to continuously share that idea, and you have a little bit of design background, or at least you have a pretty good picture that you think you can share with it, put that picture on the blog post and save that picture to Pinterest. Now, why you should do that is because Pinterest is designed to help other people find ideas and to help people keep their own ideas organized. So, when you're going through there, you can really easily pin your own idea a few different times, or pin the ideas of others. And if you create a graphic or a Pinterest cover, usually a vertical picture will work best on Pinterest. If you do that, then not only will you be helping yourself keep your own ideas organized, but you'll be helping anybody else who is looking for that idea. You'll be helping them be able to find what they're looking for as well, because that picture can be saved to their board, and then all of their followers will see it, and if their followers are like, oh, that's a good idea, then they can save it to their boards, and on and on and on and on. See, so it just continues on, and something that you wrote last August could be really helpful today for somebody else, and you didn't have to do any of the work to help them find it other than post it on Pinterest and use Pinterest's search engine optimization, SEO, to help the reader find what they were looking for in the terms of your blog post. So, Pinterest is great for that. It's exponential sharing, where one person finds it, another person finds it, two people maybe find it off of them, and on and on and on, and it goes out from you as one person into the lives of possibly thousands or millions of other people, which is super cool and super powerful. So you want to do it well and you want to do it smart. Okay? The same thing is kind of true of Twitter, except that it's very fast. So the things that you're posting on Twitter, you want to be the things that either people will continue to talk about for a while, people are already talking about, or are ideas and thoughts in a single sentence or two that people will relate to and want to share immediately. So the thing with Twitter is that you have a one-click share option, right? You have the retweet option, which essentially is it's like walking into a room, hearing a funny joke, and being like, oh, I just heard this funny joke that I want to tell all of my friends. That's what a retweet is. It's just virtual. So you can do that very easily by producing content that people will want to share as quickly as possible, right? You don't want them to have to think very hard about wanting to share what you created. Instead, it's just like oh, that was funny, right? And then they're already sharing it. Perfect. That is the sort of thing that you want to share on Twitter. But what about Facebook? And what about Instagram? Let's talk about Instagram first. So on Instagram, you're producing pretty pictures that people want to share or talk about or even just comment on, right? Sharing things on Instagram from somebody else's account is really hard. You have to have another app to do that in order to repost, as they call it. So you can't really just click, hey, share. But if you like it, people can scroll through and see what you've liked. So you can sort of share things with your followers, but it's not quite as easy as, say, Twitter or Pinterest, right? So Instagram exists to have people come to you because they like what you're posting. That means that what you're posting has to be very attractive in more ways than one, right? It has to look good, it has to sound good, it has to be entertaining, or It has to be something that will interest a lot of people, and then you have to use the right hashtags to try to get those same people in to look at what you're posting. So you can do that in a few different ways. One of my favorite ways is to use a really pretty cover photo and then stack things. So you use a pretty cover photo, that's the one that people will see on your feed, right? And if people are looking at your feed and they're enjoying what they're looking at, perfect. You've accomplished your goal. They'll likely follow you because they want to see more of what you post. But on the individual timeline, right, if they swipe, then they'll get more information. As they scroll up and down and see your post a second time, Instagram will show them the second picture. And if the second picture is like a little blog post teaser, you've gotten them again, and they might go to your website to read that blog post. If the third picture has something to do with like something you want to market to them, say your own book or a friend's book, either of those things, you can put that in the third picture. And again, the third time they scroll through and see it again, because who isn't just refreshing all of their Instagram all the time to get new content? Like, I am so guilty of that, right? So if you or anyone else that you know is scrolling through multiple times a day, if you have stacked photos, they'll see that stuff. They'll see the next picture and the next picture, but your feed can stay pretty because it has that first picture as the only one that shows up on the feed. So keep that in mind as you're using Instagram. And remember, your goal there is to attract people to you, right? That's the same goal in Facebook. Granted, you can use the share button on Facebook where people can share your ideas or share your pictures. That is helpful in that you can still have that single second, I want to share this with my people kind of moment, but it doesn't happen as often. People are less likely to share than they are to like or comment. So again, you have the same thing of trying to attract people to your Facebook page. So how you're doing that is pretty easy, right? You're either, again, posting pretty pictures, posting funny things, posting entertaining things, or posting links to your blog. Anything that you can do to drive people back to this main source, right? That's ideal. So if you can drive people to your website, if you can drive people to your Instagram, depending on where you want people to land, that will be where you want to drive people, and that's where your focus is. Now let's talk about YouTube, because YouTube is videos, which is very different than text posts or photos, right? YouTube is super helpful for one key reason. People can get to know you while you sleep, okay? For the hours of videos that you eventually acquire into your YouTube library on your channel, people can just be watching you, right? So you can be asleep, you can be working on your novel, you can be sharing at a writer's conference and learning about your craft, and people can still be getting to know you, and it's a platform that works for you all the time, assuming that people can find you. So again, that means that you want to be using the keywords in your titles and in your captions and your descriptions. That goes for anything that you post, so Instagram and Facebook as well. If you have keywords that people might be searching, that's ideal. You want to use those things, but especially on YouTube. Why? Well, like I said, it allows people to get to know you. I'm sure by this point in this video, you feel a little bit more like you know me. Partially because, well, you've seen my bedroom, but partially because I'm talking directly to you, right? And that's the case too of if you are enjoying this video, you'll be sort of likely to go and find more videos of mine where you can get to know me even more, such as the Get to Know Me video that I posted last week. So, if you want to go see that, it's up there too. And that's exactly how YouTube works, where I can link between my videos for your benefit and my benefit, because it keeps you on my channel and keeps you getting to know me and keeps you falling in love to an extent. I don't want you to actually fall in love with me. That would be a little bit weird, but you get what I'm saying? It allows you and I to become friends while I'm off doing other things like walking dogs or writing books, okay? So even as you're going about the business part of building a platform and building social media, there are ways that you can get these things to work for you. Because now that I've talked about Instagram, I'm sure a lot of you are probably going to go explore my Instagram. as you can see in this feed. Like, I enjoy it. It's super fun. I like posting pretty pictures of books. I like talking about books. I like talking about writing. I like sharing my journey. That's what I do on Instagram. If you are interested in looking at my Twitter feed, you can do that too. Like, again, you can see the kinds of things that I share. You can keep reading through old posts while I'm off doing other things. That is why the internet is super helpful and super dangerous. The things that you post here are probably never actually going to go away because people have either screenshotted them, saved them, shared them with a friend, copy, paste, you name it. People have done it, right? It's super helpful that that exists and that that's how this works because it means that I can make new friends even when I'm not quite capable of being there all the time myself, right? A version of me can stay and talk to you and get to know you, and granted, you might be getting to know past me, and that means that future me can come in and answer your questions and be like, hi, I'm so glad you're here, because I am. I'm really glad you're here. I hope this helps in your quest to understand the different types of social media. I hope that this helps you know how to post a little bit better on Instagram or Twitter or Facebook or YouTube or Tumblr or literally anywhere else. Again, you want to use hashtags, you want to use keywords, you want your content everywhere to be attractive and shareable. However, especially on the places where they have that one-click share option, and even more than that, you want to be attractive to new audiences and welcoming to new audiences, especially for the people who haven't necessarily been here before. I hope this helps. I'm glad you're here. If you have any more questions about these things, put them down below and I can answer them in another video. And until then, I will see you next time. If you like these videos, please like and subscribe and explore my channel a little bit more. I would love to get to know you more too, so check out the other places where you can connect with me at author JJ Hannah on pretty much any other social media you can think of. Probably will be there in some way, shape, or form. So if you are wanting to get to know me like I want to get to know you, great. Please go explore, please connect, and I look forward to hearing from you. Until next time, I'll see you then.